Welcome to Dreamy Drift Sleep Stories, where we guide you into a world of calm, wonder, and peaceful dreams. Tonight, we invite you to embark on a serene journey, a gentle voyage across a starlit sea. As you sail under the vast expanse of the night sky, the soothing rhythm of the ocean and the guiding light of the stars will carry you into a tranquil state of relaxation and deep sleep. If you're new to our channel, we're so glad you're here. Take a moment to subscribe and join us for more calming stories, each designed to help you unwind and drift off effortlessly. For now, settle into a comfortable position, let go of the day's tension, and prepare to set sail on a night of peace and serenity. Picture this: the gentle sway of a sailboat beneath your feet, the faint creak of the mast as it catches a soft evening breeze. Around you, the sea stretches endlessly, its surface calm and glimmering faintly under the golden hues of twilight. The horizon glows with the last light of the setting sun, and above, the first stars begin to emerge, their soft light reflected in the glassy water below. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the faint scent of salt and seaweed. Each breath feels restorative, a quiet invitation to relax and let go. Tonight, this sailboat will be your sanctuary, a safe and comforting space where the sea, the sky, and the stars will guide you into restful sleep. Take a deep breath and let yourself step aboard. The journey begins. The sailboat rocks gently as you step onto its polished wooden deck. The smooth, varnished surface glows faintly in the warm light of the setting sun, and the subtle scent of cedar rises from the wood. The boat is modest yet elegant, its white sails billowing softly in the evening breeze. Every detail of the vessel speaks of care and craftsmanship, from the neatly coiled ropes near the mast to the brass fittings that gleam like captured sunlight. The harbor is calm, its waters reflecting the soft colors of twilight, shades of amber, rose, and lavender blending into one another like a watercolor painting. Small ripples glide across the surface, creating gentle patterns that seem to dance with the fading light. Around you, other boats rest quietly in their moorings, their hulls bobbing softly as if whispering goodnight to the day. The air carries the familiar scent of the sea, a mix of salt and fresh breezes tinged with the faintest hint of wildflowers from the shore. It's cool but not cold, a perfect balance that invites you to linger and savor the moment. You breathe deeply, letting the freshness fill your lungs, grounding you in the present. The sails catch the evening breeze, and the boat begins to drift away from the dock, its motion smooth and effortless. The faint creak of the mast and the soft splash of water against the hull create a melody that blends perfectly with the natural sounds of the harbor. Seagulls call faintly in the distance, their cries growing softer as the boat moves further out to sea. The horizon stretches wide, its edges tinged with the last hues of the setting sun. Golden light shimmers on the water's surface, creating a pathway that seems to lead directly into the heart of the night. Above, the first stars appear, their soft light twinkling faintly against the deepening blue of the sky. The air feels different here, lighter, freer, as though the weight of the world has been left behind. The boat picks up speed, the sails tightening as the wind catches them fully. The sound of the ropes pulling taut is steady and rhythmic, a quiet reassurance of the boat's strength and stability. The open sea welcomes you, its surface stretching endlessly in every direction, a vast expanse of calm that invites exploration and reflection. You find a spot near the bow, where a comfortable cushion has been placed for moments like this. Sitting down, you let the gentle rocking of the boat lull your body into relaxation. The rhythm of the sea becomes your rhythm, its soft, endless motion easing away any lingering tension. The world feels far away now, reduced to the quiet harmony of water, wind, and sky. The twilight deepens, its warm hues fading into cooler tones of indigo and silver. The horizon glows faintly with the last remnants of sunlight, a quiet farewell as night takes over. The first constellations become visible, their shapes faint but familiar, like old friends greeting you from above. The stars are steady and constant, their light a quiet reminder of the timelessness of the universe. The air grows cooler, carrying the faintest trace of sea spray as the boat cuts through the water. The sound of the waves lapping against the hull is soft and rhythmic, a lullaby composed by the sea itself. The sails rustle gently in the breeze, their motion steady and soothing. Each sound blends seamlessly into the next, creating an atmosphere of complete tranquility. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the sensations wash over you. The cool breeze on your skin, the gentle rocking of the boat, the soft sounds of the sea. It's as though the world has paused, holding its breath to give you this moment of peace. The sea and sky feel infinite, their vastness a comforting presence that reminds you of the beauty and simplicity. When you open your eyes again, the sky has darkened further, its deep indigo depths filled with stars. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens, a river of light that seems to mirror the calm waters below. The constellations begin to take shape, their stories unfolding silently in the night. You find yourself drawn to their quiet beauty, their light steady and reassuring. The boat continues its journey, its course guided by the gentle pull of the breeze and the steady rhythm of the sea. The horizon fades into the darkness, leaving only the stars and their reflections to light your way. It's a moment of perfect balance, where everything feels aligned, and the world is reduced to the simple harmony of water and sky. The sailboat drifted steadily away from the fading warmth of twilight, venturing further into the calm expanse of the open sea. The colors of the sunset softened into deeper shades of blue and purple, painting the sky in layers of twilight's final embrace. Around the boat, the world felt boundless, no land in sight, only the endless stretch of water merging seamlessly with the heavens above. The air grew cooler, carrying the crisp scent of salt and the faint sweetness of sea spray. It wrapped around you like a comforting blanket, drawing you further into the serenity of the night. Each breath felt restorative, as though the vastness of the sea was filling you with its calm. The sailboat's gentle sway beneath you matched the slow rhythm of the waves, creating a sensation that was both grounding and freeing. Above, the first stars began to brighten, their light steady and reassuring. They appeared one by one, scattered across the darkening sky like a painter's brushstrokes on a vast indigo canvas. The constellations started to form, their patterns faint but familiar, evoking stories of ancient explorers who once used these same stars to find their way. As you gazed upward, the Milky Way revealed itself, a ribbon of shimmering light stretching across the heavens. Its brilliance mirrored faintly in the calm waters below. The stars seemed to pulse softly, as though alive, their light carrying whispers from distant corners of the universe. The sky became a sanctuary, its quiet immensity offering a sense of connection to something far greater than yourself. The boat glided smoothly over the water, its white sails glowing faintly in the starlight. The gentle rustling of the sails mixed with the rhythmic lapping of the waves against the hull, creating a symphony that felt both timeless and soothing. Each sound blended seamlessly into the next, forming a lullaby that invited you to relax further, to let go of any lingering tension. The sea's surface was so still it resembled glass, reflecting the starlit sky with perfect clarity. It was as if the boat floated between two heavens, suspended in a realm where time slowed and the worries of the day dissolved. The constellations above seemed to dance with their reflections below, creating a world where sky and sea were one. You lay back on the cushioned deck, the wood beneath you warm from the day's sun but cooling gently in the night air. The boat's movement was soothing, a slow, deliberate rocking that mirrored the soft rise and fall of the waves. The sound of the water, gentle and steady, was like a heartbeat, a constant rhythm that grounded you in the moment. Above, the constellations continued to unfold, their stories coming to life in the quiet of the night. The Big Dipper stood out clearly, its 7 stars forming a shape that seemed both familiar and protective. Following its curve, you found the North Star, a steadfast guide that had led countless travelers across oceans and deserts. Its light was steady and bright, a reassuring presence in the vastness of the sky. To the east, Orion's belt shone brightly, its 3 stars perfectly aligned. Around it, the hunter's full form became visible, his bow drawn, his stance steady, a figure of strength and determination. You traced the stars with your eyes, following the familiar patterns and letting their stories fill your mind. Each constellation felt like an old friend, their presence comforting and timeless. A shooting star streaked across the sky, its brilliance cutting through the darkness for a brief but breathtaking moment. Its trail lingered faintly before fading, leaving behind a sense of wonder. You made a quiet wish, though the act felt less about asking for something and more about honoring the beauty of the moment. The boat drifted further into the night, the breeze steady and cool. The sails rustled softly, their sound blending with the faint creak of the mast and the gentle splash of the water. The sea around you was vast and quiet, its surface shimmering faintly with the reflections of the stars. The horizon had disappeared entirely, replaced by a seamless connection between sky and sea. You closed your eyes for a moment, letting the sensations around you deepen. The rocking of the boat, the whisper of the breeze, the soft rustling of the sails. All of it felt like an embrace, a gentle reminder that you were exactly where you needed to be. The worries of the day felt far away now, carried off by the rhythm of the waves. When you opened your eyes again, the constellations had shifted slightly, their positions marking the slow passage of time. The Milky Way seemed brighter now, its light more vivid against the deep indigo of the sky. The stars above felt closer, their light steady and true, as though they were watching over you, guiding you through the night. The boat's course was gentle and unhurried, its path determined by the wind and the whispers of the stars. There was no destination, no urgency, only the quiet joy of being present in the moment. The constellations seemed to tell their own stories, their light carrying messages of courage, hope, and peace. Looking out over the water, you noticed faint ripples spreading across the surface. They glowed faintly, as though touched by bioluminescent light, their edges shimmering softly with each movement. The sea seemed alive, its gentle energy connecting you to the world around you in a way that felt both profound and comforting. The boat continued its voyage, its sails catching the breeze with a soft, steady rustle. The air was filled with the scent of salt and seaweed, mingling with the freshness of the night. Each breath felt like an invitation to relax further, to let the peace of the sea and the stars fill your senses completely. The constellations above shifted slowly, their movements subtle but steady. Each one seemed to carry its own presence, its own wisdom, offering guidance and comfort. The stars felt eternal, their light a reminder of the vastness and beauty of the universe, a quiet reassurance that everything was as it should be. The sea grew quieter, its surface smoothing even further, as though it too was preparing for rest. The reflections of the stars became sharper, more vivid, creating a mirror that stretched endlessly in every direction. It was a world of infinite calm, a sanctuary where time and space faded into the background. As the night deepened, the boat became a cocoon of comfort, its gentle rocking and steady rhythm lulling you closer to sleep. The constellations above continued their watch, their light unwavering, their presence constant. The sea and sky had become one, a seamless blend of serenity that held you in its embrace. The North Star shone brightly above, its steady light a beacon of calm. It anchored the heavens, its position unchanging amidst the slow dance of the stars around it. The ancient mariners called it their guide, their constant, and tonight it felt like yours too. Its light reflected faintly on the water below, a quiet reminder of its presence, steady and true. To the west, the Big Dipper stood out clearly, its familiar shape comforting against the vastness of the sky. Its handle arced gently, pointing the way toward the North Star, a celestial map etched into the heavens. Its stars twinkled faintly, their light steady and rhythmic, as though they were breathing in harmony with the waves below. Further south, Orion the Hunter revealed himself, his mighty form outlined by stars that glimmered with quiet strength. His belt, a perfect line of 3 stars, shone brightly, drawing your gaze toward his bow and outstretched arm. Around him, the other stars of his constellation seemed to hum faintly, their light carrying the echoes of ancient myths and legends. As you gazed at the stars, the boat moved steadily forward, its course unhurried and peaceful. The sails rustled gently, their sound blending seamlessly with the soft lapping of waves against the hull. The water was calm, its surface smooth and reflective, a mirror that stretched endlessly, blending sea and sky into one. The air grew cooler, wrapping around you like a soft embrace. It carried the faint scent of salt and seaweed, mingling with the freshness of the open water. Each breath felt like an invitation to relax further, to let the sea and the stars carry you deeper into their quiet rhythm. Above, the constellations seemed to shift slightly, their slow movements marking the passage of time. They felt alive, as though they were watching over you, guiding the boat with their silent presence. Each star seemed to pulse gently, its light steady and reassuring, like a heartbeat in the vastness of the universe. The boat's gentle rocking lulled your body into a deeper state of calm. The creak of the mast, the rustle of the sails, the rhythmic splash of the water, all of it created a symphony of peace. It was a melody that resonated deeply, quieting your thoughts and easing away any lingering tension. As you looked up, You noticed a faint streak of light cutting across the sky, a shooting star, its brilliance brief but breathtaking. It left behind a faint trail that faded slowly, blending back into the night. You made a quiet wish, though it wasn't about wanting something. It was more about gratitude, a moment of connection with the beauty of the universe. The stars seemed closer now, their light brighter, their presence more tangible. It felt as though they were guiding not just the boat, but also your thoughts, leading you toward a place of deep reflection and peace. The constellations told their stories without words, their shapes and patterns carrying the wisdom of ages. You lay back on the cushioned deck, your eyes tracing the stars as they twinkled above. The sky felt infinite, its vastness both humbling and comforting. It was a reminder of how small yet connected we all are, a part of something far greater than ourselves. The constellations, the sea, the stars, they were all part of the same harmony, a rhythm that carried you effortlessly into calm. The boat's path seemed to align perfectly with the Milky Way, its shimmering ribbon of light stretching from horizon to horizon. It was a celestial river, a guiding force that seemed to invite you to follow its path. Its light reflected faintly on the water below, creating the illusion of sailing through a sea of stars. The air grew stiller, the breeze softening to a gentle caress. The sails shifted slightly, their motion quiet and steady, their rustle blending seamlessly with the whispers of the night. The water grew even calmer, its surface so smooth it seemed to glow faintly with the reflections of the stars above. The North Star remained steady, its light a constant presence, a reminder of the journey's purpose, not to reach a destination, but to simply be. The constellations continued their watch, their light carrying a quiet reassurance, a reminder that the universe was vast, timeless, and filled with beauty. As the boat drifted onward, the stars seemed to lower, their reflections on the water growing sharper and more vivid. It was as though the sky and sea were reaching out to one another, their connections seamless, their boundaries blurred. The boat became a sanctuary, a safe and comforting space where the worries of the world felt distant and unimportant. You closed your eyes for a moment, letting the sensations around you deepen. The rocking of the boat, the coolness of the air, the whispers of the sea, all of it felt like an embrace, a gentle reminder that you were part of this infinite calm. The constellations continued their watch, their light unwavering, their presence constant. When you opened your eyes again, the sky had shifted slightly, the constellations marking the passage of time. The stars above twinkled faintly, their light steady and true, a quiet reassurance that they would always be there, guiding you, watching over you. The boat's journey continued, its course steady and unhurried. The sea and the stars had become one, a seamless blend of tranquility and wonder. The constellations above seemed to whisper softly, their stories a quiet reminder of the beauty and peace that could always be found, waiting to be rediscovered. The sailboat drifted deeper into the quiet embrace of the open sea, its journey marked only by the soft rustling of the sails and the rhythmic lapping of the waves against its hull. The constellations above seemed to settle into a steady rhythm, their positions shifting subtly with the passage of time. The sky stretched infinitely, its deep indigo hues blending seamlessly with the glassy surface of the water below, creating a world where boundaries disappeared and only calm remained. The sea itself was a mirror now, perfectly still, reflecting the starlit sky with such clarity that it felt as though the boat was gliding through the heavens. Each ripple created by the sailboat's gentle motion sent faint, shimmering patterns across the water, as if the ocean were responding to the touch of the vessel. It was a serene dialogue, a conversation between boat and sea that spoke of harmony and peace. You sat quietly on the deck, leaning back against the smooth wooden railing. The cushions beneath you were soft and inviting, their warmth lingering from the day's sunlight. The gentle rocking of the boat lulled your body into deeper relaxation, each motion a quiet reminder to let go, to trust the rhythm of the sea. Above, the constellations glimmered with a steady, reassuring light. Their stories felt closer now, their shapes and patterns vivid against the velvety backdrop of the night sky. The Milky Way arched above you, a celestial river of light that seemed to flow into the horizon. It was both infinite and intimate, its brilliance a quiet reminder of the vastness of the universe and your place within it. The air was cool and refreshing, carrying the faint scent of salt and seaweed. Each breath felt restorative, a quiet invitation to sink further into the moment. The breeze was soft now, a gentle caress that played lightly with your hair and carried the faintest whispers of the sea's song. It was as if the ocean itself was humming a lullaby, its melody soothing and eternal. As you gazed out over the water, the reflections of the stars seemed to stretch endlessly, creating a world of light and shadow that shimmered with quiet beauty. The sea felt alive, its surface pulsing faintly with the energy of the universe. Tiny bioluminescent organisms appeared in the boat's wake, their glow faint but magical, like fragments of starlight drifting just beneath the surface. The sounds of the ocean wrapped around you like a comforting blanket. The gentle lapping of the waves, the faint splash of water against the hull, the occasional creak of the mast, all of it blended into a symphony of calm. The rhythm was steady and unchanging, a constant reminder of the timelessness of the sea. It was a sound that seemed to resonate deeply within you, quieting your thoughts and easing away any lingering tension. You lay back fully now, your body sinking into the softness of the cushions. The deck felt solid beneath you, its polished wood smooth and grounding. The sky above seemed even larger from this position, its stars brighter and more vivid. Each constellation felt like a guide, its light steady and true, offering silent reassurance that you were exactly where you needed to be. The North Star remained your anchor, its light unwavering in the vastness of the sky. It was a quiet presence, a beacon that had guided travelers across oceans and deserts for centuries. Tonight, it felt like it was guiding you too, its steady light a symbol of stability and calm. The Big Dipper arched gracefully above, its handle pointing the way toward the North Star. Its stars twinkled faintly, their light rhythmic and soothing, as though they were breathing in harmony with the waves. Orion stood tall to the south, his belt shining brightly, his form a quiet reminder of strength and resilience. A faint streak of light crossed the sky, a shooting star, its brilliance brief but breathtaking. You watched as its trail faded slowly, blending back into the indigo depths of the night. It felt like a gift, a moment of beauty meant just for you. Without thinking, you made a wish, though it wasn't about asking for something. It was a quiet acknowledgement of gratitude, a thankfulness for the serenity of this moment. The boat's motion slowed even further as the breeze softened, its sails fluttering gently in the cool night air. The water grew impossibly smooth, its surface like polished glass. The reflections of the stars became sharper, their light creating a second sky that stretched endlessly below you. It was as if the boat floated between two heavens, suspended in a world of infinite calm. You closed your eyes for a moment, letting the sensations of the sea deepen. The cool air on your skin, the gentle rocking of the boat, the soothing rhythm of the waves, all of it felt like an embrace. A quiet reminder that you were held by something greater than yourself. The worries of the day felt far away now, carried off by the steady motion of the sea. When you opened your eyes again, the constellations above seemed even closer, their light brighter, their presence more tangible. The stars twinkled softly, their glow steady and unwavering. They felt like old friends, their companionship quiet but deeply comforting. Each one seemed to carry its own message, its own wisdom, offering guidance and peace. The sea began to hum faintly, a low melodic vibration that resonated through the boat. It was a sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere, a gentle reminder of the ocean's timeless energy. The boat responded with a soft creak, its presence a quiet harmony within the melody of the sea. It felt as though the sailboat and the ocean were in conversation, their dialogue one of mutual trust and understanding. Looking out over the water, you noticed faint ripples spreading across its surface. They glowed faintly, their edges shimmering with bioluminescent light. The glow was soft and magical, a reminder of the life that existed just below the surface. It was as though the ocean was revealing its secrets to you, inviting you to be part of its quiet wonder. The stars above continued their watch, their light steady and true. The constellations told their stories without words, their shapes and patterns a reminder of the beauty and order in the universe. The North Star remained constant, its light guiding you not toward a destination, but toward a state of peace and calm. The boat drifted onward, its motion so gentle it felt as though it was floating on air. The sounds of the sea grew softer, their rhythm slower, like a lullaby drawing you closer to sleep. The constellations above seemed to dim slightly, their light softer now, as though they too were preparing for rest. You lay back fully, your body completely at ease, your mind quiet. The sky and sea felt infinite, their connection seamless, their harmony perfect. The boat became your sanctuary, a safe and comforting space where time felt irrelevant and only peace remained. The journey was not about reaching a destination, but about being present in the moment. The stars, the sea, and the sailboat all worked together to create a world of tranquility, a place where you could let go completely and simply be. The sailboat continued its serene journey across the mirrored ocean, the starlit sky above blending seamlessly with its reflection below. Time felt like it had paused, leaving you suspended in a world where the only constants were the gentle rhythm of the waves and the steady glow of the constellations. The night air grew cooler, wrapping you in a soothing embrace. A soft blanket was spread across the deck, inviting you to lie back and sink deeper into the moment. You stretched out on the cushions, their warmth still lingering from the earlier sun, and gazed up at the infinite expanse above. The stars were clearer now, their light sharper and more vivid. Each constellation seemed to pulse with quiet energy, its glow steady and true. The North Star remained your anchor, its position unchanging, a beacon of calm in the vastness of the sky. Orion stood proud, his belt shining brightly, while the Big Dipper arched gracefully to the west, its handle pointing the way. The Milky Way stretched above like a celestial river, its shimmering light flowing from one horizon to the other. It felt alive, its brilliance carrying the whispers of ancient stories and the quiet hum of the universe. As you traced its path with your eyes, you felt a deep connection to the stars, as though they were watching over you, their light a quiet reassurance. The sea grew even quieter, its surface perfectly still. The boat's gentle rocking was barely perceptible, its motion so smooth it felt as though you were floating on air. The sails rustled faintly in the soft breeze, their sound blending with the rhythmic lapping of the waves. The boat seemed to breathe, its presence a comforting companion on this peaceful voyage. The air carried the faint scent of salt and seaweed, mingling with the freshness of the night. Each breath felt restorative, as though the sea itself was filling you with its calm. The breeze was light and cool, a gentle caress that seemed to invite you to relax further, to let go completely. Above, the constellations shifted subtly, their slow movements marking the quiet passage of time. Their light seemed softer now, as though they too were preparing for rest. The stars twinkled faintly, their glow steady and rhythmic, like the heartbeat of the universe. As you lay there, your body sinking deeper into the cushions, you began to notice the sounds around you, the soft creak of the mast, the gentle rustle of the sails, the faint splash of water against the hull. All of it blended into a symphony of peace. It was a melody that seemed to resonate deeply, quieting your thoughts and easing away any tension. The reflections of the stars on the water grew sharper, their light creating a second sky that stretched endlessly below. The sea felt alive, its surface pulsing faintly with the energy of the universe. The bioluminescent organisms in the boat's wake glowed faintly, their light dancing like tiny stars beneath the surface. You closed your eyes for a moment, letting the sensations deepen. The rocking of the boat, the coolness of the air, the soft sounds of the sea, all of it felt like an embrace, a quiet reminder that you were held by something greater than yourself. The worries of the world felt far away now, carried off by the steady rhythm of the waves. When you opened your eyes again, the constellations above seemed even closer, their light softer and more inviting. The stars twinkled faintly, their glow steady and true, a quiet reassurance that they would always be there, watching over you. The Milky Way's brilliance seemed to flow into the horizon, its light blending seamlessly with the sea. The boat's motion slowed further, its path guided by the gentle pull of the breeze and the whispers of the sea. The water was so still that it reflected the starlit sky perfectly, creating the illusion of sailing through a world of infinite light. The boundary between sea and sky disappeared entirely, leaving only the stars and their reflections. The sounds of the sea grew softer, their rhythm slower, like a lullaby drawing you closer to sleep. The sailboat's gentle rocking became almost imperceptible, its motion a quiet reminder of the calm that surrounded you. The air grew stiller, its coolness wrapping around you like a soft embrace. As your eyes began to close, you felt the presence of the constellations above, their light steady and true. They were your guides, your companions, their stories a quiet reminder of the beauty and peace that could always be found. The stars, the sea, and the sailboat, all of it became a part of you. A quiet rhythm that carried you effortlessly into sleep. The sea's hum grew fainter, its melody blending into the quiet of the night. The reflections of the stars on the water softened, their light fading gently as the sailboat continued its journey into the infinite calm. The constellations above seemed to hold their breath, their presence constant, their light a quiet watch over your dreams. The boat drifted onward, its path steady and unhurried. The worries of the day had long since faded, carried off by the rhythm of the waves and the steady glow of the stars. The sea and sky had become one, a seamless blend of tranquility and wonder, a world of infinite calm that held you in its embrace. And as the night deepened, You let yourself drift completely, your body and mind at peace, your spirit at ease. The sailboat's journey continued, guided by the light of the constellations, the rhythm of the waves, and the quiet melody of the sea. And in the heart of this infinite calm, you found rest.